After a crazy week of transfer news, we can finally put an end to a couple of these transfers in Sebastian Rivera and Kennedy Monday. Each of them entered the transfer portal at the beginning of this week, but by the end of it, they officially had their new colleges. And first of all, we're going to dive into Kennedy Monday and where he ended up. So he announced on Monday, actually, Kennedy Monday announced on Monday that he was entering the transfer portal, and after much consideration, he decided that he's actually going to stay at UNC. He announced on Twitter, after much consideration, I've decided to stay at Carolina. Thank you to everyone for the support. It really shows how many people rock with me. Love you guys. And, I think it's good to see him go back to, where he's spent the last 4 years of his, or 4 years of his college career. And it's great to see him that he's going to end up finishing his career at UNC. And that just really adds a punch to the 165-pound weight class for UNC, which has a packed up squad. If you haven't seen that, I actually did a full lineup preview. You can check that out right here. But as for Sebastian Rivera, which was the other big transfer news of the year, he actually decided that he is ending up, to nobody's surprise, at Rutgers. So Sebastian Rivera, the multiple-time All-American and two-time Big Ten champ, is actually transferring from Northwestern to Rutgers. Now, this is a little bit of a interesting decision, not necessarily the fact that he ended up at Rutgers, but looking at the fact that it's a Big Ten to Big Ten school. So, a lot of times you see guys transfer out from different divisions, different conferences, to different schools, but now we're seeing him transfer to another Big Ten school. And this is really interesting for Rutgers because what is that lineup going to look like next year? Sebastian Rivera, of course, wrestled 33 the past season, and before that he wrestled 125 pounds where he took out Spencer Lee. Now at 33, could he bump up to 141 pounds? We've seen him joking kind of in the offseason on Twitter, just saying like, oh, he's actually going to wrestle 157 next year. I don't think he's actually going to do that. Wrestlers joke about that stuff all the time because their weight fluctuates outside of the season. But where could he end up? I think there's a chance he ends up at 141. Then in that case, Jojo Aragona is going to be knocked out of the lineup there. But then you also, he could end up at 133, where Nick Suriano has been. Now, there's been rumors speculating around that, maybe Suriano doesn't return to college wrestling at all next season. Now, he could also still take an Olympic redshirt year. That choice is still available for this upcoming season. Then, of course, if he doesn't return and Sebastian Rivera doesn't go 33, you have Sammy Alvarez there. So it's just really stacked up here at 133 pounds all the way up to 141. Rutgers is looking really good in the lightweights, and I'm interested to see how they're going to end up this next season, where these weights are going to shake out. Now, if you're interested in another video, I recommend that you check out this one right here. It really goes into a couple different topics, and I think you're really going to enjoy it.